Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And a Happy New Year.
What is going on? Welcome to episode 82. It's our Christmas spectacular. You had to open it up with that perfect monologue from Home Alone there. Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, or whatever holiday you celebrate. Welcome to Post Sports. We've got a chock-full show for you, mostly NFL. But we're going to dive into that nasty COVID, Omicron 19. I don't even know what to call it anymore, but we're going to talk about that and how it impacts sports. Matt's got his footy action, but we're spending a ton of time talking about NFL games, and we even got a couple of NFL games going on right now, so we'll try to give you a live update. Welcome to the show. During the show, we're going to give away some gift cards, and we're going to give away some free pub merchandise. So stay tuned for it, get ready for it, and boys, let's dive right into it. Let's talk about how COVID is potentially shut down a little bit here. We've seen it in the NFL, especially this week. Games got moved that were supposed to be played on Saturday. Now they're being played tonight. We're probably going to see this keep impacting and spiraling games, kind of shifting them a little bit more. NBA, think about taking some pause breaks. NHL is taking a pause break until after the holidays. They're not even going to play in the Olympics coming up because of COVID. Are we surprised it took this long for it to shut down? Are we afraid of another 2020 incident where we're going to shut down sports completely except for horse racing?
It is weird deja vu. I mean, I feel like this is how the podcast started, was us just talking about shutdown and what's going to come back. And, it isn't surprising because it felt like we were just kind of sweeping COVID under the rug. Like we kept saying, all right, it's going to work its way out. And, so now it's nightmare part 2, part 3, probably part 2.5. I don't know at this point, but yeah, it's not looking good. And especially like NFL, this week was just a nightmare of, canceling games, rescheduling, and all season they, it seemed like it was under control to an extent. I mean, obviously, there's news of players not able to play, but being in Baltimore for the Packers-Ravens game, I'm just waiting to hear, like, is this game going to get canceled? Is this week going to move on? It's a weird time, but I wouldn't be surprised to see like college playoffs get pushed off, or last week of NFL get pushed off, or Super Bowl. This is gonna happen. 2022. It's not getting better. So yeah, not fun. Having flashbacks to how this whole thing started. So
absolutely, Tim, you're the doctor with that white coat on. Listen to the heartbeat of America here. What do you say?
Not a doctor, first of all. I wish to make very light of a terrible situation. If I was good at memes, I would put the Cam Newton with the COVID face. I'm back. In all seriousness, though, I work with people who have COVID regularly, pretty much daily. It's something that's not going away, and it's the pathology of a virus. A virus adapts to what we do to it. It's going to be, I fear it's going to be something similar every season in every sport as things adapt. I am interested to see what, particularly the NFL, what rules they do next season, especially with vaccinated players. So right now, I think they're doing vaccinated players who are asymptomatic do not have to test, but people who are, regularly, but people who are unvaccinated, regardless of symptoms, test every day. But now you see with this new strand that people who are vaccinated are contagious, but they also do not have as severe symptoms, but they do test positive. So despite having the vaccination, I'm going to be interested to see how they implement preventative strategies next season and what sports take that moving forward. Because like Evan said, this is an eerie story, and it sounds like we've heard this story before. And we're just waiting for the story to end, but I feel like each season is going to be just another chapter of this story and figuring out how these teams can try to stay ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and it's kind of wild. You kind of hinted at it. The NFL just recently changed their testing policy. Like 2 weeks ago, they're like, "Oh, non-vaccinated players don't have to be tested like every other person." Or sorry, vaccinated players don't have to be tested every day like non-vaccinated. Whew, feels good. And then boom, 10 days later, now we're rescheduling games because a whole quarterback room's out, or because a coach can't be on the sideline. It's just wild times. Matt, over in England, how are we seeing that shaping you? I know you guys are already talking about a lockdown over there.
Yeah, it's a really bad. 25 of the 46 professional games that happen every Saturday in England were called off. Only 4 of the Premier League games went ahead, and any sporting event from after Christmas into New Year that happens in Scotland and Wales will be behind closed doors, so no fans for Welsh teams or Scottish teams. So England will probably full suit after their Christmas. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, do we see a complete shutdown coming, or do you think we've adapted this much? We're going to keep adapting, and even if we got to play behind closed doors, like Matt's saying, the money train ain't stopping.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're gonna do. I don't think they have any idea what they're gonna do.
I don't think so either.
I don't think we've really had a plan for. It's going on almost 2 years now.
Yeah. Anybody got any coughs? Yeah, let's just go out there. We're good.
Yeah, I just don't see the NFL. I can see what they did last year where they'll just play without fans. I don't see the cogwheel that is the NFL stopping their games. Like if they're willing to postpone these games when initially they were like, nope. If this game has to get postponed, your team's being punished, to where now they're bending backwards to try to fit these games in. I just don't see them stopping. Now the fans, unfortunately, I think we're heading more towards Matt's area where it's just behind closed doors. Just turn on the TV and watch it, and that's going to be it.
Yeah. I think you're right. Me being a high school coach, I'm starting to see it with teams. We're hosting a tournament tomorrow, and we've already had a team drop out because one tested positive, and so the team had a quarantine. So it's going to trickle all the way down. I think we're going to see a lot of trickle down, but I don't see the major organizations who make billions of dollars stopping the train anytime soon. Let's talk about something more fun, shall we? Matt, it's your footy corner. Take it away for us.
Yeah, so as I said, Premier League games are dropping out left, right, and centre. Before the weekend even got started, all the managers held a meeting with each other to see if they could even play this weekend. And some of the games had to pull out. Aston Villa were supposed to play Norwich, I think, and their game was called off literally an hour and a half before the game. But anyway, let's actually get into some actual sport. And there was an absolute cracking game at White Hart Lane between Spurs and Liverpool. This game was brilliant. Harry Kane only scored his second goal of the season. Supposedly best striker in the world. I absolutely love him, but he's been terrible this year. He scored the first goal. Diego Jota for Liverpool scored an equaliser. Then Andrew Robertson scored, late-ish on 70th minute to take the lead at White Hart Lane. Then Humming Song equalised in the 74th. And it's 2-2. And you know what? Throughout this whole game, Spurs should be winning by a mile. Spurs was so much better than Liverpool. And in the 77th minute, Andrew Robertson gets sent off for a reckless tackle. He gets nowhere near the ball. And then from then on, it was just Route 1 traffic, all Tottenham, all Spurs, like had been for the whole game, to be honest. And Spurs are going to be walking away from this game thinking, how on earth have we not beaten Liverpool? And Liverpool will be thinking, that's a point picked up rather than 2 points dropped. Yeah, it was a great game, end-to-end stuff, but Spurs really should have won this by quite some margin.
You hate to see it. Henry Kane, that's a name that was so talked about in free agency. He's going to make this huge impact and he's going to he's kind of been quiet, like you said. He's only scored 2 goals this season.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's been known as a 30-goal man per season,
Yeah.
He's known for literally knocking them in. And he's supposed to be the, for leading Premier League goal scorer in probably about 5 years' time, but he's really been off it this year. Been terrible. But yeah.
Awesome.
But going forward, it's a bit of an issue with the Premier League now. Every team in the Premier League will play 3 games between the 26th of December to the 1st of January.
3 games?
Yeah. So some teams will literally play 26th, 28th, and the 1st.
Wow.
So it always gets crazy this time of year where they literally get loads of games in. So if you're at there were no games Christmas Day, but Boxing Day, 27th, 28th, 29th, like if you've got days off work, if you're just chilling around, there will literally be a game on. So keep an eye out for all of those. I can't break them all down because there's literally so many. But the big games to look out for, I would say, definitely are, especially ones that you guys, Aston Villa v Chelsea, Boxing Day, 12 o'clock Eastern time. That's a big game. Chelsea need to win. Villa are doing really well under Steven Gerrard. What else have we got here? 29th of December, Brentford versus Man City. Brentford will be pushing to get a big result against the Man City juggernaut who just keep winning games. And then finally on New Year's Day, you've got a massive game, Arsenal v Man City.
Ooh.
Arsenal have been really good for the last 6 or 7 games, and Man City have there's talk that this is the best Man City team of all time. So yeah, there's some 3 games there to keep your eyes out for. There's some great games coming up. If you're bored around the house, you've got time off, there'll be some Premier League on. That's for sure.
I'm here for it. I'm taking off, going to go see my dad, and big soccer guy. So I think me and him will mess around, drink a little cup of cold ones, and watch a little soccer. I'm excited, Matt. I appreciate it.
Perfect.
Good deal. Well, boys, that's it for every other sport except for NFL. We ready to dive into it? We ready to do the damn thing?
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's get copyright infringement, baby.
Oh, wrong one.
Hey, little scrappy ain't come for us yet. We're doing all right. So this week's up and down list was a little difficult for me because we got 2 games going on right now. So technically this could change. This could get swapped out here. But here's my up and down list so far. In the AFC, Steelers gets a big win over the Titans. They're moving up. Colts beat the Pats, and Chiefs keep on winning. On the way down, the Titans take an L. The Chargers take an L. And yes, the Texans won. But they might have screwed themselves out of a top 3 draft pick by winning. So for that reason only, they're on their way down now. In the NFC, we got the Saints taking out Tom Brady. I mean, they're the Achilles heel of Tom Brady and the Bucs right now. Then you got the Lions coming off that huge win against the Cardinals. And the 49ers keep finding ways to win and improve their seeding. On the way down, Bucs losing the Saints in a very, very, very low-scoring game. Not a good look for him. And plus, injuries keep stacking up on him. Cardinals, once again, injury bugs hitting them a little bit. Plus, taking an L like they did. You hate to see it unless you're Tim. And then the Giants on the way down. They just can't get right. But out of this list, anything I mess up on, anything we agree, disagree, any and everything.
You didn't include the one team who's actually clinched the playoffs already.
That is my apologies. Yeah,
and that's the Green Bay Packers. So
I had a choice to make.
I know that they won by the skin of their teeth, but that's the cardiac Ravens they played against, who is in every game. But Packers clinched.
Also
and
without
right
Lamar.
now, and without Lamar, even though Huntley balled. So yeah, that'd be my only picking nits there.
That's fair.
A team that's not bad out definitely on the downward turn is my Jags. Not really my Jags. This is my Jags in terms of the bet. Thinking going into this weekend, Jags have sacked Urban Meyer. They got the Texans. The Lions have got the Cardinals. Thinking, I should win this bet here. This bet is coming in. The Jags will win more games than the Lions, and you got to be kidding me. They get absolutely stuffed by the Titans.
Yeah, rewind the clock. Jack's already won 2 games. Matt's feeling great. Tim's Lions still winless. And now all of a sudden, Tim's Lions are in the lead now. A little worried there, Matt. That was a must-win for the Jags. Your Jags. That was a must-win.
Yeah, I'm going to be asking Tim's bank details after this. Yeah.
I only do Dogecoin, so we'll talk about that later.
Perfect.
This guy. Anything else about the list we should add or take away?
I mean, the league's just pretty dead even right now. You know, I think there's just, if you look at the AFC North, you know, all 4 teams are battling it out with these 3 weeks left. You got the Titans and Colts duking it out. You got the Patriots, Bills duking it out, and Dolphins. Should throw that in there.
Yeah.
The entire West is duking it out with Kansas City.
Yeah.
I mean, it's close. It's a tight race. And I know we've been saying it for weeks. It feels like this year it's wide open that anybody could take it.
Wide ass open. And yes, Tim, I know I didn't put the Dolphins in there in your Red Skull theory. I know.
I remember a very recent time where I told everyone, hey, Dolphins, they're hot. They're coming up. And everyone said, LOL at Tim, Dolphins stink. Now look at them. The Bills are sucking right now, and the Dolphins are on a 6-game win streak. So,
Tim, out of all the hot takes you've had, you are bound to at least get one of them right. So shout out to you for getting one right.
I don't think the Bills are sucking that much. They've got a chance to go top of the AFC East this weekend, haven't they?
Yeah, they do. They've got to beat the Patriots. That's going to be a really good game. That's going to be a good one.
But I was even thinking, like, with those teams trending down, you know, I see the Titans, and the Titans have beaten the Colts twice. So they own that tiebreaker that I feel like if the Titans just win if they win one more game, they've got it on lock. So, and again, that's a team that they're getting Derrick Henry back. They're hopefully getting AJ Brown and Julio back. So they've been battling without some of their key weapons. So that's where it's just a little dangerous. It's like, okay, I get that, you know, people are now kind of ragging Tannehill, but it's like they're missing a lot of pieces. And same thing with Brady and Tampa is, you know, in that game against the Saints, it's like they didn't have Godwin. I didn't see Evans. I mean, it was just like they're missing some of those weapons. So, yeah, but they're supposed to get them back. That's the other thing.
Yeah, which I guess it all depends on, and not having everybody's injuries pulled up on, you know, on the computer here, but depending on when they can get them back, in the rotation, now you're talking about, oh, shit, they're not very good to, oh, man, here they come. They're rolling. Well, let's talk about spud to stud here. Anybody come to mind for us? I know for me, it's the young man playing quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, and he's not even the starter. He looked dangerous. Now, yes, he lost, but he still led the Ravens to a very, very close, dynamic game against your Packers, Matt and Evan. And it was really impressive to watch him just go out there and feel like the Ravens didn't miss a lot. They didn't miss a beat.
Yeah, I mean, it was being there. It was awesome. I got to sit next to a season ticket holder named John that I got to meet. So shout out to Section 511 at the stadium there. But no, like we were just talking during the game, and the Packers were basically giving the Ravens a lot of underneath stuff, and they were just taking it. And Mark Andrews was just a force. And I think, you know, part of it is just Tyler Huntley balled out, but it was also just like that was the matchup is Mark Andrews versus whoever was covering him. We just couldn't guard him. We didn't have anybody who could really defend him. And just a well-coached game by Harbaugh. You know, they limited our possessions. We didn't really control the ball in the first half. We may have had like 2 or 3 possessions. And again, that's textbook how you beat teams with Hall of Fame quarterbacks. That's how you beat the Chiefs. That's how you beat the Packers. So I was impressed by the Ravens' game plan overall. And yeah, and Huntley stepped up as the backup, which is what you need. But as a team, I thought the Ravens played lights out. They played like a playoff team.
Yeah, absolutely. Any other spud to stud?
Absolutely. My spud to stud. This is like every football fan's icon, right? We got Craig Reynolds, a no-name running back. They literally call him Netflix because the day before the game, they called him up and he was on the couch watching Netflix and like, "Hey, we need you to play." He rushes for over 100 rushing yards against the Cardinals defense. The Lions signed him immediately to the 53-man roster. He literally grinded his way to the spot. I don't care what team you pull for, like someone with that much grit and who can show out like that, you got to appreciate. And so he's definitely my spud to stud. Stud to spud. Kyler Murray. I was sharing this with Parker earlier, and I don't know if Matt had jumped on yet. Kyler Murray has yet to defeat the Detroit Lions in his career, so just take that into account. Kyler's dead.
Wow.
Get him out of here.
Craig Reynolds. Can we get him a better number than 46, though? Can we do a little bit better for it?
I like it. Bring it back. Start it. Actually, start it.
Oh, Lord.
I love it.
Well, the spud to stud this week has to be, hands down, it's got to be Jared Goff, surely.
That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Let me get his numbers up quickly. Give me 2 seconds. Like 216 yards, 21 from 26, 3 touchdowns. That is ridiculous.
I am curious, Tim. Do you think he's going to have a brighter future? I mean, it's been a rough start this year, but are your hopes pretty high for Goff moving forward?
Not particularly. Out of the 12, 13 games that have been played, something like that, he's shown promise in like 3 or 4 where I was like, okay, like he's doing great. Most of the time I'm yelling at him on my TV screen, whether he finishes that whole bucket of popcorn and then goes out and takes the snap or whatever it is. But truly, I have not seen a more complete Detroit game in my life. That was the most complete game they have ever played. And Jared Goff, I knew at any moment Jared was just going to throw 2 pick sixes and we would lose. I just knew it.
Oh, Lord. Well, two quick things here. That young man right there, T. Henney, played his last game for the Black and Gold. So shout out to him. Salute to him and Cato. And I can't wait to see them ball out at the next level. I think both have the potential, but if they choose not to, great. They're great young men. And we're actually going to have them back next week. They're going to give us a little recap of the season, tell us what their future plan is. So, knock on wood, we get them back on the pod, but we've kind of been talking, and T. Henney Cato coming back on the pod next Tuesday for us.
That's awesome.
I'm excited. I can talk about Everton.
You send us your listener questions, and the best question gets this nice App State meets Pub Sports Talk hoodie.
Dang.
I like that.
So, best question, you're getting this. All right. Send them in good. And then the second thing is, if you could give your team a Christmas present, what are you giving your team for Christmas here? For me, it's a solid O-line. Still need it. The Bengals still need a solid O-line.
So not like a physical gift, but like a positional gift?
If you want to give them a physical gift, you can. We know how the benches are in line, in Detroit. They can be a little wonky. So if you want to give them a brand new set of benches, you got it.
You know what? I want right outside of Ford Field, I want a statue of a lion literally mid-tear off a human's leg right at the kneecap. Like literally just like mid-tear, like the lion's ripping, and you just see like the patella just coming out.
Can we make it
That's
a
what I would
fountain
give to-
and just have like red water squirting out the knee?
Just make it red wine, please, at least.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
That is
Oh, man.
awesome.
I'm torn between two because we should be, again, I've been saying about the 3 all-pros that are injured that we might be getting back. So that's Bakhtiari, Zadarius Smith, and Jair Alexander. But I think the best gift would just be that home field advantage on lock. I want to see the playoffs come through Lambeau.
I like that.
That's pretty good. The Packers are selling shareholders, pieces of shares for Lambeau Field. Annoyingly, you can't buy them if you're in the UK. So instead of I'm giving something to them, they could give that to me.
There you go. I like it. Well, boys, let's move into our picks. Once again, like last week, we're supposed to have 1 Thursday night game, 2 Saturday games, a flock of Sunday games, and 1 Monday night game. We'll see if that schedule sticks or not. Thursday night's game, Titans, Niners. 3.5 point favorite, over on set 44.5 points. Who we taking? And we'll go Matt, Fitz, Tim, and then myself.
Ooh. Give me. I don't really know here. Niners are getting a bit of a roll. They just beat the Falcons, but the Falcons, they're okay. I give me Titans after all that.
You were high praise with the Falcons last week, Matt. And
I
now
was,
you're like,
I was.
nah, you know what? It's just the Falcons. Get them out of here.
It was. And I remember watching that game going, what the fuck was I on about?
Yeah, it feels like the Titans just got to win 1 or 2 of their last games. They got Niners, Dolphins, Texans. I think this is one they actually lose. I think the Niners take them, but Tennessee should be fine moving forward. But yeah, like the Niners.
Yeah, give me the Niners.
Yeah, the only thing that worries me is they're traveling from West Coast to East Coast here. So there's a little time difference. At least it's Central Time, not Eastern Time, though. So they at least save an hour that way. But give me the 49ers. I think they keep the train rolling, and the Titans just need to win, like Fitz said, a couple more here. But I don't think it's this one. Moving to Saturday's game, and the Browns are playing today. So this one's going to be really curious. Sorry, the Browns played yesterday. So this is going to be a little curious to see if they're going to move it or keep this thing. Packers, Browns, Green Bay, 7-point favorite, over and at 44.5.
Yeah, obviously Green Bay. I always will pick Green Bay. Pure biased. I don't think the 7 points favorites. I guess that's purely because it's a short week for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully as Fitz said earlier, our team's slightly getting healthier. Packers.
Yeah, a little concerned about defense for the Packers. They were top 5 in the league, and then we got torched by Justin Fields and the Bears of all teams. And then we just, we let the backup Huntley kind of march all over us. So I'm not sure what's going on there. It's a little unnerving, and trying to contain Chubb is always going to be a problem. And I don't know about no pun intended. Yeah, I actually, it's funny. I had Chubb on my fantasy team, and I was home. And I was like, "Come on, Chubb!" And my mom's like, "What are you saying?" I'm like, "No, it's my running back."
With Chubb.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I haven't really seen the Browns play that much, but I've heard a lot of talk about Myles Garrett, obviously. But I think it should be Packers, but definitely has a playoff feel to it.
Yeah, I watched a little bit of the Browns game, and they had Mullins, I think, as their quarterback. And I was like, oh, this is going to be an ish storm. Mullins was playing good, and it was actually the receiving core that was dropping a lot of passes for the Browns. So I'm going to give it to the Packers.
Yeah, I'm going to give it the Packers as well. I just think the Browns are just they're brown for a reason. They're shit.
Jeez.
Other Saturday's games. Cardinals, Colts, Arizona, 1-point favorite. Colts stopping the hottest team in the AFC, arguably the Patriots last week. Cardinals losing to, sorry, Tim, a bottom feeder in the NFC. They're supposed to be the top dog of the NFC over there. But Lions said, nah, bite kneecaps off. 49.5 is the over-under. Arizona 1-point favorite.
I think this is a game where people start to question if the Cardinals are actually good or they're just pretenders. Because if Mr. Netflix comes out of Detroit and runs for over 100 yards, non-QB MVP Jonathan Taylor's going to be running all over him. Colts.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Cardinals' schedule because they were just so hot at the beginning of the year. Like they were just handling teams, and then they've fallen off. And they did this last year too, where they started off strong and then they didn't even make the playoffs because they lost so many. So the Cardinals, they've got Colts, Cowboys, and then they finish with the Seahawks. I really want to take the Colts in this one. I've been impressed by how Wentz has been playing. Obviously, Jonathan Taylor, that defense is starting to play like the team that I know. And I'm not convinced the Cardinals are really, really as good as their record is. So I am going to take the Colts.
Yeah, I'm going Colts as well.
No reason. You got a feeling.
Well, kind of like what the boys have been saying. I think the Colts are feeling themselves, and the running game is just too good for the Colts. Once they get rolling, JT is just going to stop them. So,
Yeah, I can see it. But thankfully, this thing's in Arizona. I think Kyle Murray, they bounce back. I'm still saying Cardinals, you still bet on them. It just took a huge hit last week. So give me the Cards. Bengals, Ravens. Bengals 2.5-point favorite, 44.5 is the over-under. This could be for the AFC North title right here. This is dicey. Baltimore took the first one. We swept with Pittsburgh. This could be it. What do we say?
This is a real belter of a game, isn't it? I've got issues with the Bengals of Chase. What's happening with Chase? He only caught one catch last Sunday.
Yeah.
You cannot pick the Ravens the way Huntley played, and Mark Andrews, say it very quietly, is the best tight end in the league.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cincy, they're 3-1 in the division. So if they win this, they'll have a 4-1 record. And again, way tiebreakers work, they first look at head-to-head, which you mentioned Hackey, clean sweep of the Steelers, so you don't have to worry about them. I think the Bengals are taking care of business, but I will say if Lamar's back, I think that's the lift they need. I actually don't think Huntley can beat him. I think he played well, but without Lamar, I think they could lock this up.
Yeah.
give me the Bengals. My heart's with you, Parker. Let's go, Cincy.
Yeah. You know what? We need this. Cincinnati needs this. Give me the damn nutchucks. We're flying around, baby. Knocking them out. AFC North champs. Get the T-shirts ready. Let's go. Falcons, Lions. Atlanta, 3.5-point favorite. Over under set at 44. What do we say?
I'm going to keep it the Falcons. I still think they're kind of okay. The Lions, they've had a big win now, and they'll be like, they'll go back into, being Detroit. Give me the Falcons.
Yeah, I believe in Dan Campbell. He's got this team fighting. They got a lot of energy. I think the Lions win. I think they're finishing hot, which could be good or bad. It gives you a lot of energy, costs you some draft picks, but maybe they're turning the corner finally. So go Lions, Tim.
Welcome to Detroit. Like my starting quarterback said, let's win the next 3. Shit, why not? We're going Lions. Let's do it.
Shit, why not?
Shame
go
we
Lions.
didn't have that attitude to start the season.
Yeah. Give me Detroit. You got to. You just stumped the Cards. You got to give it to the Cardinals. Bite kneecaps on the way out. Let's go. Vikings. Rams. 3-point favorite. 49's over under. This is in Minnesota, though.
If it wasn't at Minnesota, I'd be thinking the Rams would blow out this team. Even then, I'm going to hit this bet big time. Give me the Rams. I like the points. I think the Rams are actually a good team and getting good momentum towards playoffs. And I actually think they're the best team in the West. So, yeah.
I'm gonna take the Vikings. I think the Vikings are playing hot. Obviously, the Rams are starting to put it together, but again, is everyone's comparing to the Cardinals, and if the Cardinals are in fact imposters, how big is that win that the Rams just had? Like that. So I don't know. I think Vikings they're putting it together. It will at least be close, and it just great matchup overall. So Vikings.
I'm going Rams. I'm just not a believer in Kirk Cousins. I don't know if he can take him to the next level. The Stafford's my boy. So
I will say this about Kirk. So, a few weeks ago they were talking about, Kirk Cousins only thrown 3 picks this year or something. I don't know if y'all saw against the Bears. He literally threw a lob just straight to the safety for the Bears.
Mm-hmm.
To nobody. And I'm just like, this is why he is never in the Aaron Rodgers conversation. Like, as soon as they try to put him there, he does something stupid like that. And I'm just like, never. I'm like, Aaron would never.
Yeah, this one, it's tricky because on the Rams, they got some talent, but there's still cancer on that team. You got to cut it out. OBJ's still sitting there growing, just like a tumor, just growing. So for that reason only. Skull. I'm going Vikes. Patriots, Bills, huge game for both teams here. New England, 2.5-point favorite, 43.5 to over under. Who do we take?
How is this not a later night kickoff? This game is absolute belter. I'm gonna go Bills. I want to see it happen. I would love to see it happen. I generally think the Pats will win, but I would love to see the Bills win, so I'll say Bills.
I mean, this is for everything. That's the feeling. Obviously, the Patriots got the first one. They're 1 game up. You got to face Belichick after a loss. That's never easy. But you feel like the first game was a little bit of fluke because the wind was such a factor. I'll take the Bills. I will take the Bills solely because of the quarterback play between Josh Allen and Mac. I think Josh Allen's got him beat, even though the Patriots are a phenomenal team this year. Yeah, give me the Bills.
give me the Patriots.
Just because.
F the Bills.
I mean, all right, Tim, that's kind of hurtful, but yeah, it is what it is. You know what? If this game was in New England, if this game was in Buffalo, I'd give all advantage to New England. They're 6-1 on the road. They're only 3-4 at home. They're road warriors, not home warriors. For that reason, put them through the table, baby. I'm going Bills to get the job done. Listeners, watchers, you want to win this shirt? Hit us up with your favorite Pub Sports Talk memory. We'll send it to you.
Ooh.
Give away all types of goodies. Jets, Jags, I got a feeling this game would be slates I don't give a shit about. Are we all unanimous there?
I agree.
I agree, too. For that reason, we're going to put the poop filter on.
Oh, man.
Who do we take in this game?
I don't like how some of the poops are like in half, like half shits.
Oh my gosh.
Well, we all know who I'm taking. I need the money. Well, I don't really need the money. I would like to have the money. Give me the Jags. We gotta beat the Jets. Please, for the love of God, I can't lose this bet.
I'll take the Jets.
It ain't gonna be pretty, but we'll give it to the Jets.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty. But give me Fireman, Ed. Put that Fireman's hat on. I'm going Jets, Jets. Slate, I hope that would be your pick because
Has to be.
damn, that's a bad
That
game.
might be the I don't give a shit pick of the year.
It's the shit of the year. I should have queued up Shitter's Fool, but anyways. Eagles, Giants, Philly, 10.5 point favorite. I never thought I'd say Philly's a 10.5 point favorite. Over-under set 41.5.
Fucking hell. A 10.5 point favorite. I mean, I like the Eagles, don't get me wrong, but they're currently losing 10-3 to Washington. I'm going to say the Eagles are going to win. I'm tempted to take that over because that's really low. But there's no way they're going to cover that spread. But give me Eagles.
Yeah, I'll take the Eagles just because they're playing for something. They're still playing for that 7th playoff spot. I don't think they're going to get it, but someone's going to get it, and they're fighting for it. So if they lose the Giants, that's a painful way to lose. But yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going Eagles too. All the reasons the boys said. The Giants are just breaking their own necks out there. So let's go Eagles.
Yeah, and this is in Philly. They're throwing batteries. It's Christmas. Like, come on. Santa's getting pelted out there. Give me Philly. But I'll take the Giants plus 10.5. Come on. You got to give – I think New York keeps it closer than 10.5. Not New England. Patriots. Golly, what am I doing? Panthers, Bucks. Tampa, 11-point favorite. Over-runners at 44. I'm done. I'm out of here. Both these quarterbacks played for New England. I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolute calamitous.
Yeah.
Buccaneers are going to come out absolutely firing, aren't they, after getting smoked by the Saints? This is going to be the Buccaneers by a billion. Unless their injuries are genuinely really bad. I know some of them might come back this week. I know they're bringing back Antonio Brown, but Godwin's out for the rest of the season.
Fournette's gone for the season.
Playoff Lenny's gone. Well, fuck.
Now they sound Bell though to take a spot, but
Yeah, but he's pretty shit though, isn't he?
yeah.
Buccaneers. I'm still gonna pick Buccaneers.
I can't bet against Brady after a loss. I'll take the Bucks.
I'm going Panthers. I think the Bucks are dead. I think Cam punches his ticket, first ballot Hall of Famer with this game.
Well, Tim's trolling. So for that reason only, I'm taking the Bucks. I think Microsoft tablets are going to be safe this week. Brady ain't going to break one. Don't know if you guys saw it, but he shattered the one.
Yeah, I saw that.
Texans, Chargers, LA, 7.5 point favorite. Over under set 44.5 too.
Oh, Chargers. Texans somehow seem to keep closer teams, but I think Chargers are going to blow these fools out.
Yeah, Chargers have to win. If they lose this one, that's inexcusable.
Give me the Chargers.
Yeah, it's got to be Air Bear. I mean, they have not had the season I thought they would be, but you can't lose to the Texans. Can't do it.
Yeah, like the Bills. Do it.
Chiefs, Steelers, over under 46, 9.5 point favorite. The Chiefs are.
Is this game at Arrowhead?
This is in Arrowhead.
Oh, Chiefs then. The only way this would have been ever close if it was in Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh are quite good in Pittsburgh. Yeah, Chiefs are getting real movement now, aren't they? They are. Well, they're the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs.
I'm gonna take the Steelers. I think where the Chiefs have shown problems is on the offensive line, and you got T.J. Watt coming at you. Steelers are starting to gel. Roethlisberger's playing well. Like, Steelers are starting to get hot at the right time, and I just think the Chiefs, this run that they're on, I don't know that they've had like a real statement win or like a true, like they've just been winning, which is always good. but I don't have that feeling like they're still where they were a year ago. Like they're still like a flat tire almost, and I feel like T.J. Watt's about to expose them. So yeah, Steelers.
Give me the Chiefs. I just don't think the Steelers got it, especially offensively. Defensively, they might contain some things, but I don't know if they'll get it done. So I'm going Chiefs.
Yeah, Ben Roethlisberger, he's undefeated when a live-action Spider movie comes out. He used all that look against the Titans. That was the weekend. They should have bumped it up. I don't know what they should have done, but for that reason, Chiefs get the job done. Raiders, Broncos, Las Vegas 1-point favorite over under 41.5.
This is my weekly. I have no idea what's going to happen game of the week. Who knows which LA Raiders? LA Raiders? What the fuck did I play?
Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Thank you very much. Who knows how they get up? Give me the Broncos. I think the Broncos beat crappy teams, and I think the Raiders suck now.
That's fair.
Where's this game at?
This is in Vegas.
Man, I'll take Teddy. I think the Broncos, I like them a little bit better than the Raiders. Take the Broncos.
Teddy's on concussion protocol, right?
I believe so, yep.
Is he
So
really?
That
Oh,
boy ain't
no.
gonna be ready. He just got hospitalized. I'm going Raiders.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, Drew Lock.
Ouch.
I mean to drop that bomb there. That's my bad.
The Raiders haven't won a home game in 3-4 straight. That's tough. That's a tough way to go in the Death Star where opponents are supposed to come and die. Broncos coming off a tough loss to my Bengals. I mean, that game was sloppy for both teams. Drew Lock's putting on for the city. He's going to rap on the sideline. Drew Lock gets the job done. He wants his job back. Cowboys team, Dallas, 10.5-point favorite, 47 over under. That point spread might change after tonight's game. We'll see.
Yeah. The Cowboys absolutely battered the football club in Washington very recently. And after that, I just no way you can't not pick the Cowboys. Cowboys getting good momentum towards the playoffs. They will smash the football club.
I'm all in on the Cowboys defense. I love them. They're playing hard nosed. They just got young talent all over the field. Now they let a lot of big plays up. That's the one thing. And again, that's a young defense. That's what usually happens. But yeah, I just think in that first matchup, they really showed, no, this is our division. And I think Dallas, they keep it up. So Cowboys.
Oh man, give me the football team. Give me the Red Wolves. I think they're. Again, each week you never know. You just kind of roll the dice and you say, okay, are the Cowboys going to stink or are they going to be a little better than stinky? So, give me the football team.
Yeah, they got a secret weapon in their back pocket. They're bringing their benches on the road. They love their benches for a reason. They're taking them everywhere they go. Give me the Cowboys. Come on. There's too much talent. Dallas gets it done. I know, Tim, you hate to hear it, but McCarthy, Coach of the Year. Seahawks, Bears, Seattle 6.5-point favorite, 43.5 so over under. Seattle in a dogfight with the Rams right now. They're only down by 3. Seattle could be changing the tides here. Who knows? What did we say?
The Bears are horrendous. Justin Fields has tried his best to save that godforsaken franchise, but there's only so much he can do. Give me the Seahawks.
I will also take the Seahawks just based on how bad the Bears are. Najee's gone. There's no chance he's back next season.
Sacked in the morning.
Sacked on Christmas Day. I think he's not even going to make it to this weekend.
Honestly, that'd be the best Christmas gift for the Bears. Would just to be, I don't know if that's really a gift, but
I think this game is going to go in overtime. I think it's going to end in a tie.
Pulling out the tie card. We haven't had one of those in a week.
Yep.
A couple weeks. Man. Yeah, give me the Seahawks. They're tied. They just tied. They kicked a field goal with LA. I like what they're doing so far, and Nagy's gone. You're right. I don't see him making it past this Sunday. But I also said Urban Meyer makes it through the season. Look where that got me. So Monday night's game. That was before he kicked his kicker, though. All right, to be fair. Saints, Fins, New Orleans, 3-point favorite. Over-under set 39 points. Not a lot of points are supposed to be scored this game.
That's a crazy low over under number, eh? I'm gonna take the Fins, even though Saints defense shut out the Buccaneers. I just think the Buccaneers had one of those days when you're just like, oh, it's just one of those days, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna still roll with the Fins. I'm saying Fins.
very interesting matchup because both of these teams are fighting. They're fighting for that last playoff spot, respectively, in both conferences. It's a toss-up, but I think Sean Payton is the X factor. He's on his way to the Hall of Fame, I think, as one of the great coaches. And he's got the Saints playing well, even though they're still figuring out quarterback. But yeah, taking the Saints.
That'll be a good asterisk for next week when we talk about asterisks. Sean Payton,
Ooh.
Hall of Fame, but Bounty Gate still.
Yeah, that is a good one.
I'm going the Fins. I think with the Bills' loss and the Fins winning, I think it's going to change the playoff landscape. Let's go Fins.
This could change it. Do I like Taysom Hill or like Tua? Give me Tua, baby. Fins get it done. And that's it for our picks. A lot of question marks on this week's games. We're going to see where they stay scheduled, if we'll stay one Thursday, two Saturday, and the rest on Sunday, Monday. But we'll see. Who knows? We've got two random questions in the pub parlay. Let's dive into the pub parlay real quick. We'll cue that little scrappy, talk about some bets. Anybody want to start us off here? Last week we were close, Matt. We were real close. You, me, and Slate.
Oh, what did we miss out on?
I think we missed up on one NFL game cost us the parlay.
Oh, damn it.
That's how close we were, but that's all right.
Okay. As I said earlier, Arsenal are absolutely rolling. On Boxing Day, 10 o'clock Eastern time, they are playing away at Norwich City. Norwich City, bottom of the league. Arsenal playing pretty well. Should get good odds because they're playing away. Give me Arsenal.
Like it.
Looking up odds.
Wait, have you just Googled odds?
Because so I wanted to do the most random, obscure bowl game. So Thursday, December 23rd, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl in Tampa, Florida. It's Florida versus UCF. And I always like smaller schools in the meaningless bowl games because I feel like Florida might have guys who opt out, and also UCF's playing with a chip on their shoulder. It's a state battle, So they probably had the same, similar high schools and stuff like that. So I was just going to see what I would say UCF to cover, if not win.
All right. So UCF +7 or UCF to win at +230?
+7.
+7. All right. Fair enough. Confident, but not too confident. All right.
Play safe bet.
Safe bet.
You want a safe bet? We're going
I know exactly what it's about.
Oh god, you could say the fucking goddamn names.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh no, two F-bombs
We're
in,
going.
in one episode.
This is an easy one, guys. We're going Patriots over the Bills.
Whoa. Well, it was a good parlay until then. It was New England is the favorite, though, so maybe that happens. Fitz, I kind of like your random bowl game. I'm taking Houston over Auburn. Auburn just lost their quarterback to the transfer portal. Obviously, he's not playing. He went off to Oregon. So I like Houston getting the job done against Auburn.
What bowl game is that?
That's the I just had it and I just lost it.
The Ticket Smarter Birmingham Bowl.
That's it.
Oh,
You
I look
gotta
out for
love
that
it.
one every year.
Yeah. It's family favorite. And then we got a random question from Jay Gray. And then we'll have Matt's random question because you had a good one for us. But random question for Jay Gray. What fictional sports team would you like to be a part of? She chose Eastern High School Musical. She wants to be part of that team.
What?
That's
Like part of the basketball team or the drama club?
I'm gonna hope part of the basketball team. We'll see.
Basketball team is trash, dude. Like Troy Bolton is like a 2-star recruit at best. He's like a 5'9" guard singing and dancing on the basketball court.
Guys just running past him left and right.
Yeah, like that. I don't think they're playing against the best competition either. Like I don't know what state he's in, but
They're
It's
playing in Boise.
yeah, it's like the one state
1A.
like, they just don't care.
Yeah. For me,
Okay.
This is a good
Oh,
oh,
go
go ahead, Matt. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
So I was going to say either the Mean Machine or the Longest Yard teams, but that
Oh.
doesn't mean I would be in prison. And as much as I want a roof over my head and regular sex, I don't want to be in prison. So I'm going to say I want to be on the team that was in Kicking and Screaming because I want Will Ferrell to be my manager.
I like it. I like that. That's a good one. For me, that's why I got on the chest, baby. Ducks fly together. Quack, 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 quack attack. I'll be part of the Mighty Ducks. Any of the movies, 1, 2, or 3.
This is a good one. You all have great picks. I'm going Space Jam.
Oh,
Oh,
Which team? The Toon Squad or the Monstars?
Toon Squad for sure.
we're talking the original, right?
OG, yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
I would take the Little Giants. I was a big fan of that movie. I always thought they needed a receiver who could actually catch, not the kid who was just blazing fast, but had to use the stickum.
Mhm.
So I would have been a valuable receiver for whoever their quarterback was. I remember he had the California haircut, dude, just throwing straight spiral, straight dimes. I was like, I would have complimented him pretty well.
I like that. And then, Matt, you had a Christmas edition for us, right?
yes. So what is your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh.
Fitz, we all guessed yours before. You
Oh,
came
really?
on.
What's
So-
the guess?
Well, we got to hear your answer first. And
Is-
then,
thank you.
I'll give you a hint. It's think Christmas Eve church service.
Oh,
Like it's not gonna be like a carol. It's gonna be like an annual Christmas Eve song. Nope, no guesses.
no.
Because even then, that's a toss-up. Big fan of Silent Night, but I think that's my number 2. I think my top Christmas song, "Angels We Have Heard on High." It's my number
Yeah.
1.
Mars off.
yeah, we had guessed Mariah Carey. All I want for Christmas is you.
Yeah, I don't like that one. The best like pop ones, the NSYNC Christmas
that's a good
song.
one.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's really good.
The greatest song for Christmas for me, Alvin and the Chipmunks, "Christmas Don't Be Late." Telling you, it's that whole album. I listen to it every year. I grew up with it. It just holds a special place in my heart. Alvin and the Chipmunks. Christmas, don't be late.
Please tell me Carol's on the piano singing this, and you're right next to her singing it, but just belting it out every holidays.
No, but that is a great idea.
There you go.
Ah, we got a few days.
Yeah. Okay.
Get a piano in. You'll be all right. Mine will be. I'm surprised you didn't say this, Tim. "Step Into Christmas" by Elton John.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is
That's
a good
great
one.
For me, it's gotta be Trans-Siberian Orchestra, "Carol of the Bells." That's always gets me fired up for Christmas.
Can I change my answer? Because I said a church. I said like a church hymn. I didn't. I wasn't thinking like just jams.
Go ahead, Rev. Go ahead, Rev.
Yeah, that's a Rev answer. I think you gotta go. I think the best music is actually from this is a total curveball too, but the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer special from 1964 with Burl Ives. Yeah, the whole soundtrack's fire. Like Burl Ives, Holly Jolly Christmas, Silver and Gold. Oh man, that whole thing. It's great.
It. Well, hey, that's going to do it for the episode. We hope you guys have a wonderful holidays. Spend it with your family, friends. Watch the sports, bet on sports, drink some beer, eggnog, whatever. Enjoy it. Be merry. We'll catch you guys next week for our New Year's spectacular show. And we'll talk about some asterisks and all that wonderful stuff. But till then, deuces.
Bye.
Have a wonderful time. See ya.
In a bit, go well.
Hey, there we go. Perfect.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animals. And a Happy New Year.